Good morning, good morning. Yes, I am back, and yes, we are talking Beyonce. This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold on. That's what we doing today. Yeah, we talking about Beyonce. I even got my most recent concert shirt on when I went to see the Beyonce concert. Yes, I want to go see the Beyonce concert again. I've been a Beyonce's like a couple years older than me. But I've been a Beyonce fan since I was like, ooh. As long as there's been a Destiny's Child / Beyonce, I've been a Beyonce fan. So we're talking Beyonce today. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on Beyonce. Fan, not a fan. In either case, we're talking about her. It may decide whether or not you stay on this call. And that's okay. That's okay. Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. All right, let me get set up on these two places over here. And then I need to go on over to TikTok and get set up over there. So good morning, good morning. Those of you that are popping in, glad to have you again for another edition of Morning Motivations. I'm getting set up on my TikTok as well, so just bear with me. I'm learning a lot about going live. I'm going to be teaching about going live in April. This ain't Texas. Good morning. Okay. And let's finish setting this up. All right. Let's get all this worked out. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to have you. Those of you that are popping in to hang with me this morning. As always, I'm glad that you are here. I'm going to go live over here. And let's see. I got to get all my little stuff set up. Y'all know if you've been coming, then you already know that I do this every morning. Good morning, Miss Patricia. You think she's fabulous, but you wouldn't go to a concert. I feel that. I've been following her since I was a little bitty, a teenager. I know a lot of people have varying views about her, but I think she's just a regular everyday person like the rest of us. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why Beyonce is quite similar to us. And I've got some questions for y'all about why we aren't navigating in the way that she's definitely navigating. All right. So I'm going to finish my setup here. I'm glad to have you guys. Glad you're here. TikTok friends, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to my TikTok peeps. I'm glad you're here this morning. I'm not going to use that there, actually. I don't know why it does this. That's so weird. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on over there. Okay. Good morning, Miss T. Good morning. Glad to have you guys this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Lady T. Good morning, Miss Linda. Glad you guys are here this morning. Good to have you. I'm just wrapping up my setup. I tend to try to share my live. If you get the live twice, or if you're like, girl, quit sharing this live with me, just let me know. Just tell me. It's just my way of getting the algorithm to recognize that I've shared the live to multiple audiences. I'm going to go do the same on my TikTok. Good morning, Flawless Diamond. Good morning, Spoken Serenity. Glad to have you guys here this morning. Thank y'all for the love. Keep those hearts coming. Y'all, I'm almost at 100%. My nasal cavities are nice and clear. I'm feeling good. Good morning, Ryan the Boogie. I'm trying to see if I can share this at all. I can. Um, I'm pretty sure. Um, try not to share twice to people. That's annoying. Good morning, LaFortune. Good morning, Patsy. Good morning, Fairy. Glad to have you. Hello. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Lady T. How y'all doing? How are you guys? Miss Patricia, how you doing this morning? Linda, how are you this morning? How are you feeling? How are things going on in your world? Feels like I saw you put some new products out recently. Let me stretch a little bit. Farron, how are you this morning? How's everybody doing? Good, doing good. Glad to hear you. Good morning, Black King. Good morning, Jeanette Casa. Good morning, good morning. Those of you that are new, I see you guys watching. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning, Tamberly. Tamberly, girl, your content, man. Tamberly. I am loving. Okay, y'all go. If you're on TikTok, go follow Tamberly. It's Tamberly Melanin Meditations. Go follow Tamberly. Tamberly is creating these daily journal meditations, like nightly journal meditations. The whole vibe is the bomb. Your setup is the bomb. Good morning, No Name. Your setup is the bomb. How you have it writing on the screen is the bomb. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Keep it going. You're doing something special. You are doing something special. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right. How you doing this morning, Tamberly, excuse me. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, Miss Precious. Glad to have you this morning. Glad you are here. Good morning, Michelle McNabb. End of the line. Good morning. Miss Patricia, you're doing good. I'm glad you're here as well. Farron, I'm doing good. I'm almost at 90%. I'm at 90%. Yes, my daughter woke up in a good mood because it was Friday. She said, Mommy, it's Friday. It's Friday, Mommy. And I was like, why are you so excited? She says, it's my favorite day of the week. I said, okay, girl. Happy Friday to you guys. Happy Friday to you guys. All right? Because guess what? This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold on. All right? Let's see. Linda says, yes, I have a new GPT that's a makeup artist in a GPT. Okay. Come on with the makeup artist GPT. That's fun. Okay, so Linda, I know you're taking the Canva class tomorrow. We're gonna do a little pre-start right now. Okay. So Linda, I want you to think about how you could take your makeup artist GPT, that product that you're selling and preparing to sell, and create a carousel for it. We're gonna look at it tomorrow. Okay. All right, Miss Patricia. Good morning, Tara. Tara, your art is absolutely stunning. How are you doing this morning, Tara? Your art is absolutely stunning. Every time you share, I get excited because I know it's going to be something special. How are you this morning? All right, I want you to think about, so everybody who's new, I'm teaching a class tomorrow. Linda's coming. And so she's got this makeup artist GPT. And I'm like, whoa, this would be great to do a carousel for this new product that she's working on. Oh, okay, guys, let's talk about this before I get into Beyonce. So Tamberly says, how do you stay motivated to get on your walking pad every day? I'm struggling. Okay. So Facebook, my friend over on TikTok says, how do you stay motivated to get on your walking pad every day? I'm struggling. I do a lot of things. Okay. First, I combine something I want to do with something I need to do. Okay. So I combine something I want to do with something that I need to do. I bring those two together. I really need to be moving. Last year, Tamberly, my blood pressure was going up, my waist was expanding, and I was having a bunch of issues, and so I needed to get moving. Okay. So I started walking and going live at the same time. And that's where, and when it started, I just was doing it. I was just doing it. Okay. And I realized Miss Linda started showing up, and she asked me, she was like, "Hey, are you going to do this every day?" And I was like, I am. I am. So Miss Linda started walking with me. And so the two of us have seen a lot of great results. And I know there's a good chance. Now, she's not always here every day. I'm not going to always be here every day, but it's the possibility that she might be here that keeps me going. So community. And I think that's probably what Miss Linda said. Yeah, she said the same thing, knowing someone is there waiting for me. Right? So we've built this little mini community. In full disclosure, walking is not required. Okay, all levels of movement are accepted, including zero. But if this time of day works for you and you can get in some movement, why not? Right? Studies have shown that walking is great for the heart, according to the American Heart Association. This week is also Heart Week. Whoop, whoop. All of our folks who have been with heart disease or have been caregivers of those with heart disease, thank you for all that you do to take care of those loved ones. So Tamara, that's what's been keeping us going. I know there's a small possibility that there are going to be some people here. I'm going to offer some tips, whether it be business, productivity, mindset tips. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm physically walking through my own challenges, and I invite you to do the same. So if you're saying it's a struggle and this time of day works for you sometimes, join us, because we're going to be here doing this. We've been doing it since November. This is month 3. There's no reason for us to stop. I've slimmed down. I know some of the folks who walk with me have it too. We're getting into smaller pant sizes. Come do it. You already about the walking pad. All right, so Tara says, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Tara. I'm getting bundled up to venture out in this Quebec weather. Woo. Ooh, baby, I don't do cold. But you stay bundled up and stay safe, okay? Good morning, Patasia Brown. Good morning. Glad to have you here this morning. So that's how we do it. We just keep showing up. This week has been very rough. I was sick most of the week, so I didn't even walk Monday and Tuesday. But I'm back. Also, Timberly, just take it one day at a time. Good morning, Finatu or Finaitu. Good morning, Veronica. Oh, you be at work. I got you. So, what time of day works best for you, Timberly? Let us know, because we can always send you a message to help you stay on track. Or maybe it's something you can do before or after your the time you spend working on your meditations. You just got to find a moment. And we've been operating in the spirit of 1% at a time. Just 1%. So if you can do it one day a week, that is success. Okay? If you can do 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 1 minute, one time, then if you do that over the course of 5 days, you've gotten in some movement. Good morning, Toya. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Toya? How you doing? How are you this morning? Let me know. All right, so I came ready, y'all. I'm doing good. Sassy Tennessee lady, good morning. Good morning, Kelly. I came ready for war. I'm going to war with myself, and I need y'all to join the ranks. I got my Beyonce shirt on. This is from her On the Run tour. She did a couple years back. Oh, for sure, Kelly. However long you can stay, I appreciate you. If it's only for a few minutes, that's all right. All right. Now, if you've been slightly paying attention to anything other than our political environment, you will know that Beyonce just won the Country Album of the Year, first woman in, 40 years. And she has won Album of the Year. Okay? Album of the Year. Thanks, girl. Enjoy your therapy. Or do whatever it takes to make that therapy work for you. I don't know how that works. Thanks. I appreciate you. All right. Now, I was watching bits and pieces from the Grammys. And of course, if there's an opportunity to catch some Beyonce things, I'm there for it. All right. So here's what Beyonce said. She had her first interview and she was like, how does it feel? You won Album of the Year. And she said, this is what she said. She said, it's been 25 years to reach this moment. And she basically said, it's been 25 years, I've been working and, honing my craft, getting better to reach this moment. Now, Beyonce is she is the most awarded artist of all time. But this award, this Album of the Year, this recognition that the totality of what she has to offer, she has not won. And she said it's taken her 25 years to get there. So, question for the room. If Beyonce, who clearly has gotten award after award, accomplishment after accomplishment, recognize that even she has room to grow, and that to get to her promotion, her highest peak of success, that it took 25 years to do it. While we trying to start a digital download business and think we're going to be rich in 6 months. While we think we're going to make changes in our lives and get our health numbers under control in 3 weeks. She said it took 25 years. Now, let's talk about that 25 years. What was she doing? Right? And I'm going to tell y'all some of the people she lost to. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Charlene. Glad to see you. So Charlene says, does her win mean limited edition record is worth more money now? Child, I don't know. But if you got it, you better, I would keep it in the packaging. All right. So a couple things I learned about it, Beyonce. First of all, she's not done. She's got fame. She's got money. She has access to all of the resources. Anything she wants, she can have. But even she realizes that she still had a ways to go. And that growth and development is what makes her great. 2, okay, with all the success, all the fans, the beehive, it still took her 25 years to snag this award. And let's be clear, most of the 25 years she was nominated. All right. most of those 25 years, she was nominated, but not chosen. Okay? So I want you to think about it in terms of your own business because it's frustrating. Why do I know it's frustrating? Because that's how I felt when I first started. I know that I'm talented. I know that I have the skills to do the things that I want to do, to offer the products. I just couldn't understand why people weren't buying or purchasing or tapping in or showing up. Good morning, Be Digital Love. And I had invested time and money. And I got really, really frustrated and really sad. This is probably the first year of business, thinking that I should start accumulating that money back immediately. And it's not true. It's a lie. So Beyonce can recognize that it takes years and sometimes setbacks and sometimes just not being chosen to get to the right place at the right moment. You got to take on the same kind of attitude for yourself. All right. Good morning, Angela. I'm so glad to see you this morning. We're talking Beyonce because this ain't Texas. Ain't no hold 'em. All right. So what was she doing in those 25 years? Well, she did Coachella. Did a whole movie around the Coachella performance. Awesome. Multiple tours. Visual albums. Multiple visual albums. World tours. International tours. All right. All the things. But with all of the things she was doing, she still wasn't chosen. So let's talk about it. All right. In 2010, she did I Am Sasha Fierce. Killer album. The folks were going crazy over this album. She lost that award to Taylor Swift. All right. 2015, 5 years later. All right. She did the Beyonce album. She lost Album of the Year to Beck. I don't even know who Beck is. Let me just go and tell you the truth. 2017, first time she had done a music video album. She did Lemonade. She went on tour that year. She lost to Adele. Album of the Year for Grammy, she lost to Adele. 2023, the Renaissance album. That's her sitting up on that horse, I believe. She lost Album of the Year to Harry Styles. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? All of these albums, whether you are a Beyonce fan or not, were killer albums. The tours that are associated with them were killer tours. I would even venture to say, I don't even have to venture, I know, she made more money and had a larger audience than both Adele and Beck at that time. Y'all hear what I'm saying? But her peers, because the Grammys, the people who make the selections, that's a jury of her own peers. Okay? They still didn't choose her. They still didn't snap up her product. She had to keep working. She even put herself in a space where let's talk about that. Beyonce did this country album. She knew before she did the country album, they did not want her doing country. That the country as a genre did not accept her. She did it anyway. When we talk about the Country Music Awards, she was nominated for nothing. They pretended like the album didn't exist. Okay? All right? But then she flips and turns around and wins the Grammy. Now, some of you say, well, winning awards is not a big deal, but it is. When you're a person who's gained success financially and in other ways, awards only add to that prestige. Okay? So I want you to put this in terms of your own business. Okay? Because in this business, you're going to apply for grants that you're not going to get, programs you're not going to get into. You're going to put out products that don't sell. You're going to have campaigns that are unsuccessful. You can have meetings and no one signs up. When I first started this, my first couple of classes did well, but I had a series of classes. I had 0 signups. No one signed up. And I was a little devastated. I was like, why can't I keep these people coming? Is there something wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? I'm posting on the internet. I'm sharing to social media. And it's taken the last 2 years solid for me to finally start figuring out what I was doing wrong, what I can tweak. And now I'm seeing a return on that investment. But you first have to acknowledge that you're going to have to let the frustrations go and dig deep and put yourself in spaces that you're not necessarily comfortable being in. Good morning, Rhonda. Put yourself in spaces where maybe, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, your family wouldn't necessarily accept you being in. Your friends wouldn't necessarily accept you being in. You got to put yourself in those spaces. All right? And once you're in the space, you got to grind long. This is a long game. I took a social media course the last quarter of last year. And something that the lady said really spoke to me. She said, as far as growing your audience, 3 to 5 years to really have a sustainable audience. And I was like, 3 to 5 years? 3 to 5 years? But she's right. She's right. 3 to 5 years. So in that 3 to 5 years, you make minimal to no money. Because otherwise, you have to depend on going viral, which also means you got to make viral content, which also means you have to be consistent, which, do y'all see where I'm going with this? So you got to put in that work. You got to put in the work. And stop lying to yourself that you have when you know you haven't. Because the real work is longer than 30 days or 60 days or even a year. Okay? The real work is longer than 30, 60, 90, and sometimes even a year. It may take 2 to 3 years. It may take 5. For some people, it may not. So you have to recognize your own journey. And you have to not let disappointment and not being chosen to be barriers from keeping you from where you're trying to go. Oh, you hear me better here, Patricia? Okay. Tara says, yeah, I'm at that point right now. I've been designing for years and it can be frustrating, but we keep on keeping on. Success is around the corner. All right, Tara's right. Tara says success is around the corner. It really is. But if you're not putting in the reps, and this is in all areas of life, if you're not putting in the reps, then you will not be successful. Period. If Beyonce, who's gained everything, spent the last 20 years being denied, what makes you so special that you should get awarded immediately? What are you doing so special? Nothing. I'm not doing nothing special. You're not doing nothing special to be rewarded immediately. Let me read these posts. Charlene said she does have that limited edition album. She said she ain't never opened it. You sure better not, because it's gonna be worth millions one day. Okay, so T gave a great tip. She says when someone doesn't come to your class, your session, you're gonna still teach it, live stream it, or use it as a replay. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. All right, that's a great strategy. I wish I would have had someone at that time to speak that into me. I just canceled the sessions. I had like 1 or 2 people sign up. I canceled and refunded those people. Worst mistake ever. I should have never done that. I didn't know enough. It was once I came into community that I found out that, yeah, you don't need to cancel stuff. You keep moving. You keep moving unless if there's one person that shows up, 10 or 30, you got to keep pushing. Okay. Langston Hughes has a poem. It's called A Dream Deferred. Defer means to push back, wait till later. This process of growing a sustainable business is just one big dream deferred. But in the meantime, until you get what you're trying to go, you're going to have to put in the reps. And I be doggone if Beyonce got to put in the reps. And I feel like when I look at all the albums that she's done up until this year, some of them albums was better. But she still had to put in those reps. She still had to wait for her moment. But she did not wait for her moment sitting down. And I need you guys to have the same attitude. You cannot wait for your moment sitting down. You cannot wait for your moment in fear. You cannot wait for your moment having this attitude of society owes me something. You can't do that. Good morning, Drika. She learned, she earned. I sure like that, Drika. Y'all feel what y'all put a 1 in the chat if you're not waiting anymore. Good morning, Rhonda. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to take some steps to master your dream in a real way. Put a 1 in the chat if you're taking steps to master your dream. All right? Put a 1 in the chat if you're taking steps to master your dream. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you doing this morning? And the same thing goes with this walking. Here's what I predict. Because those of you who've been with me a while with this walking stuff, I'm going to get smaller and my audience is going to grow bigger. As I get smaller, my audience is going to grow. People are going to come in when I'm smaller. They're going to lack all of these 30-minute conversations that I had. They're going to lack when I was only walking 15, 20 minutes. They're going to lack all the days that Linda's been rocking with me since the beginning. Kelly's been rocking with me since the beginning. Those of you that have been walking, you've been following me since then. They're going to lack all that. They're going to want the smaller size without the background. All right. Yeah, Linda says it's already happening. And she's right. They're gonna lack the times when I was just walking outside. They're gonna lack the days I missed because I was ill. All those minutes, because they don't have them, all they see is, oh, she's smaller. So I can be smaller. But I'm like, no, girl, I wasn't smaller in November. It took all these little mini walks to get there. All right? It takes all of these little bitty steps to get there. So if we're not talking about fitness, let's talk about our kids. It takes all the little times we pour positively into our children for them to become the adults that we need them to be. We can't wait till they're 14 to decide we want to parent, right? Let's talk about our businesses. If you're going 6.5 months without posting content or 5 days, your business can't move forward. The algorithm don't even fool with you, if I'm being honest. If you can't figure out a way to post at least 4 or 5 times a week, the algorithm on none of these apps fool with you like that, because you're just a casual participant. And tell the truth. If you spent less time doing this and more time doing this, you'd be a lot farther. Because every last one of us, Facebook, TikTok, have been completely caught up on what's going on with this political administration. We're reading all the comments. All of us are very knowledgeable about what's going on with which companies are supporting DEI, which companies have let them go. We there. We in there. But if we compared our investment in those areas to how much content we've posted in the last week, what would be the answer? Because that is the reason why our collective businesses are not moving forward. Good morning, Rosie. Glad to have you. How are you? This ain't Texas. Hey, ain't no hold on. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And I'm not fussing. I'm talking to myself too. I've had to limit my political commentary because it was keeping me from my business work. So I'm not fussing. I'm talking to myself. All right? And I'm just including you along the journey. I'm just including you. All right? Beyonce's huge. Multi-millionaire. Valued over 100 million. And she's still on the path of working to get better, of providing quality programs, concerts, art, and music. She does it every day. It's her full-time job. So what are we doing in our own businesses to have the same kind of habits? Okay? Because she really did do, and those of you that are taking my class tomorrow, we're going to talk about this. Okay? And I'll give everybody some free tea today. I don't mind. Because this is only going to scratch at the surface of my class. I don't mind. Free tea. Carousels have 1.2 times more engagement than a static post. Meaning that when someone sees a carousel, they're more likely to engage with it than anything else other than Reels. Second, carousels only make up 19% of the kinds of posts that people post. So what does that tell me? Even though they're a great way to grow your audience, most people don't even create them. Most people don't do it. They don't do it for a lot of reasons. A, they don't know how. B, they don't know why or how to be strategic. C, it takes a little bit more work than just posting a static picture. But here's the deal. If you're willing to step out and do something different, you can grow your brand. You can make the algorithm pay more attention and share your content out to a broader audience if you're willing to do it. Again, Beyonce did a country album. She knew before she did a single verse that they did not want her in country. Also, when we talk about market saturation, she stepped out as a Black woman and stepped to in a place where she was underrepresented. You got to do that same kind of steps in your own business. If you know that most people don't use carousels, but carousels are actually quite, when they're done right, people engage with them, you need to be doing carousels. And you need to be figuring out what could you do differently that others aren't doing. Because by stepping out of your comfort zone, leaning into something new, you could be the first of the first, or you also could be getting more sales, getting more engagement, having more follows. Winning doesn't happen on our timeline. It doesn't mean we aren't winning. The work that we do matters, even when the world doesn't clap right away. Even when people don't purchase right away. Even when people don't follow right away. Our work matters. You just got to keep doing it. All right? You got to keep doing the work. It all, yes, Linda says it all matters. It all matters. Okay? If you think that the country album was just the beginning, no. It was this Sasha Fierce. album. It was the Lemonade, all of those massive, complex pieces of work all rolled up into this moment. So you got to show up. You got to show up if you have 20 followers. You got to show up if you have 5 followers. You got to show up if no one shares your work. But part of showing up is in the background. You're learning. Invest in classes that align with your budget and where you need to grow. And then you got to do the things that you learn. Okay? You got to actually do what you learn. You got to think outside the box. Okay? I'm telling everybody, whether you take my class or not, carousels are a thing. Only 19% of people even create and use carousels in their business, even though it creates 1.2 more engagement than a static image. Okay? So once you have that information, or these types of information, you got to figure out how to make that make meaning in your own business. How do you make meaning in your own business? If you know that walking is good for your health, then what are you going to do to incorporate walking into your own lifestyle? 40 plus club, 50 plus club, 60 plus club. I'm about to talk to y'all, because we know that as we age, our bone density is affected. Are we lifting weights? Are we doing resistance training? And it can be as simple as, to start, get 2 cans out of the pantry. Start with that. Then get a 1 pound weight, a 2 pound weight, a 3 pound weight. All right, I see you 60 plus club. We've got to keep our bones strong. One way to do that is with resistance training. Okay? Let me talk to my 20, 30 plus club. 20, 30 plus club, here we go. Those of you that are child rearing age or child rearing season, I'm going to tell you straight up, the hormones are a killer. Who you are and your hormones before giving birth to children is drastically different after. What can you do to help manage that? Because it's the physical is part of it, but there's a huge emotional component. Okay? So if you can't do it at 7:40 a.m. with me, so when are you going to do it? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay? Good morning, Lena. Just carve out 10 minutes. You've got to fight for yourself. All right? So fighting for yourself in your business, fighting for yourself personally, fighting for yourself at your job. You got to. Yes. The biggest killer, and I really feel like among Black women, we just now started learning this, is all the different ways our hormones in different seasons of our life affect us. For me, I have PCOS. So with that PCOS, my hormones are shot most of the time. But you know what does help? Eating right, taking medication that serves me, and exercise. So even being on this treadmill gets me one little piece closer to what I want to accomplish as a businesswoman. Because you know what? I'm not as tired anymore. I go to bed at night and I wake up in the morning. I was able to get 2 hours worth of work done before 6 a.m. because I was well rested. I was getting really, really tired in the evenings. That's not happening as much anymore. So then I'm able to perform better as a businesswoman. When I'm able to perform better as a businesswoman, I can give my clients better results. When I can give them better results, they come back. That is how all of this works. That's how your hormones are tied to your business. That's how eating well or not eating well is tied to your business. And it takes small incremental changes every day. If you're Beyonce, it might take 25 years. So stop playing and stop thinking that all of this is going to come together and by the time you retire in 9 months, this will replace your full-time job. No, it's not. And whoever's telling you that, they lied. You're not going to leave your job and it's going to replace. Replace, no. Supplement, maybe. Depends on how much work you're going to do over the next 9 months. Depends on you. Replace, maybe. Maybe something will go viral. But I've learned this much is true. Okay? There are so many things that you have to have in place, so many systems in the background. How you show up 7 days a week. Even if you're pre-scheduling things ahead of time, on that 7th day, you still gotta have something, even if it's not you in real life. Right? So if you're not addressing it like that, then no, it's not going to replace your income. It may supplement if you're doing the work. If you're doing the work, it might replace it. So just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about what you can do and do that. All right? Let me know in the chat. What are your wins this week? Before we close out today, what are your wins? How have you excelled? Beyonce had a great week. I did too. Beyonce had a great week, y'all, and I did too, honey. I made it. I walked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a win. My class is full, y'all. I was like, ooh. So thank all of you that purchased the class. Thank you that it aligned with your budget. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Good morning, Anita. Glad to see you, sis. I think that's Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. Glad to see you. What's y'all wins? What did you do this week? Let me hear it in the chat. What's your win? Farron, if you're still there, what's your win, Farron? What went well for you this week? Yeah, good morning, Michelle. Good morning. What went well for you? Tara, I know you were heading out the door, but if you're still there, what's your win? Miss Patricia, what's your win? Good morning, Kia. I know that you might be on your way to work. What's your win this week? What went well? All right, congratulations, Lady T. She got 3 contents out for Black History Month. Black Girl Designs hit 100 sales. Wow! Woo! She hit 1,000 sales, y'all. Thank y'all. Black Girl Designs hit 1,000 sales. Come, I had to read right. Come on. Michelle says, my win for this week is barreling through my replays and getting them ready to release. Yes. Yes. I love it. Kia says, baby, I survived the week. Same. Same. Kia says she survived it. And sometimes it's just about surviving. Come on, Anita. Hey, girl. I see you. Anita says, I completed next week's post early. Come on, sis. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. Congratulations. Congratulations across the board. We got to celebrate those wins. Those wins are your mini Grammys. Good morning, Ray. Angela says, making connections on my job for advancement. Come on. Ray, what wins do you have to share this week? What are your wins? Miss Patricia says, baby, I made it through. We got to celebrate that, y'all. Those are our mini Grammys. For me, I got these last couple days in, so the whole week wasn't thwarted by illness. So I was able to get these last 3 days. I could breathe out both my nostrils. That's a win. got a class coming Saturday. I didn't have to cancel it due to illness. Ray says, I made it to Friday at my 9 to 5. And yes, and yes, and yes, that's a win. All right, let's celebrate those wins. It's a lot of evil going on in the world. One way to combat evil is to make sure you step into joy. Step into joy. The dream is just deferred. It's just deferred. You're not there yet. But if you are doing the work, you will get there. If you're doing it. If you're not doing the work, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? So if you are doing the work, you will absolutely get where you're trying to go. Okay? Along that road, you're not going to worry about what outside voices say. All right, let's see. If you were here yesterday, what was our mantra yesterday? Drop it in the chat. If you were here yesterday, what was our mantra from yesterday? Drop it in the chat. We had a mantra. What was it for yesterday? Good morning, Dabrika. Good morning, Jacob. Let's see if you remember. Bye, Kia. Have a great day. What was that mantra from yesterday? Y'all remember? I'm going to tell y'all if you don't remember. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Those of you that were here. Yesterday, we talked about not worrying about what society has to say. Thank you, Charlene. Charlene nailed it. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. All right? So don't worry about what society has to say. You've got work to do so that your dream deferred becomes a dream actualized. All right? Tomorrow, I have a class. My class is on carousels and Canva organization. It's going to be a great class. I learned a few things that there are a few things I haven't been doing. I was like, I'm going to have to add this. And I'll be sharing those with you. I know you don't know them because unless you are like a Canva evangelist, no. Sunday, we will not have Sundays with TRM. It is canceled for Sunday. Please enjoy the Super Bowl with your family. And if you don't do the Super Bowl, baby, go get your nails done. It's fine. It's fine. Of course, Angela. Of course. Okay? It is fine if you're not a Super Bowl watcher. But if you are, please drink responsibly. Spend time with those you love. Eat the chips and dips and the spinach. Don't worry about a diet on that day. Eat the chicken wings. Enjoy. Okay? Look, Farrah says, child. She said, child, I'm here. Farrah, that's a win. That's a win. She said, child, I'm here. Amen. And that's a win. I was able to get Charlotte a hair appointment. That's my win. Because, baby, she was looking bad. She looking bad. That's my other win. I was able to handle some of my son's business this week. My 11-year-old son. That was a win. Like, I've been kind of lacking in that area. Okay? So that's what we got coming up. I got a class Saturday. No Sundays with TRM. Enjoy your family. Tuesdays we'll be doing Color Me Calm. Yeah, that's it. I will be back Monday. Here's what I recommend. I recommend this to everyone. Go to my profile. Sign up for my morning motivations. I send stuff. Okay, about once a month, I'm going to send you some strategies based on what we talk about on these calls. Okay, so make sure you're signed up for morning motivations with Martine. I will send you strategies here and there. Okay. It's another way if I have to cancel or reschedule, or if TikTok goes away again and I'm moving somewhere else, I'll give you updates that way. So make sure you're signed up there. All right. All right, y'all are amazing. I don't know what it is about these Fridays, but on these Fridays, y'all come in here and y'all show out 10,000 hearts on TikTok. I had a full audience, saw some new faces on Facebook. Y'all are amazing. You're doing amazing things. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on yourself. Understand that it takes time in reality to get really good at this thing. We're talking 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years with a whole lot of nothing, 3 to 5 years with slow growth, 3 to 5 years with minimal sales. But guess what? When your moment comes, have a good day, Angela. When your moment comes, your moment comes. And you're going to look back and you're going to be so thankful for all the time and energy and work you pulled in to get to that moment. Okay? Anybody who's telling you it can happen fast and overnight, they're lying to you. It will not happen fast. The weight will not come off fast. The changes in diet will not come off fast. Your business will not grow fast. It takes time. Okay, lean into the time that you have. You got 24 hours every day. Do 1% every day. And know that you got this. Will I be back Monday? I feel good. So far, all these little children seem like they're going to be okay. So yes, I will be back Monday for week 2 of February. You guys let me know if you have questions, concerns. If I see you in the class Saturday, wonderful. If not, I will see you next time.